Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to 8 Ball. Just gonna forget. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to 8 Ball Sports here with Week 5 NFL predictions. If you did not check out my Week 4 recap that came out yesterday late at night, so I do apologize for that. But I've been really tired with school and just other things that I don't want to get too much in detail with. But sorry, I've been really tired. So I'm going to try to get all these videos recorded. That's why I'm wearing the same clothes as in that NFL recap. They could all be recorded at the same time. So will the video tomorrow probably look, I'm wearing the same clothes. But let's get right into it. Week 5 in the NFL. Quickly, I'm going to go and fix the camera just a tad bit. Cardinals versus 49ers, I believe, is the game on Thursday night. Correct. Yes, so October 6th, Thursday night, tomorrow, because it should be coming out Wednesday. I have the Cardinals winning that game. I mean, the Cardinals have not looked good this season. I wouldn't necessarily say I trust them to win this game, but I trust them more than the 49ers. That's just kind of how I feel. Patriots versus the Browns, fairly easy pick here. Tom Brady is back, and he's facing the worst team in the NFL, in the Browns. So Patriots going to win that game. Titans versus Dolphins. I've picked the Titans the past 2 weeks, and I've been wrong both times, but I'm going to do it once again this week. And this week, it's actually a fairly realistic pick. I mean, I actually picked the Raiders, but I think against the Texans it was realistic as it was a close game. But here, the Dolphins 1-3, Titans 1-3. I don't think the Dolphins are a very good football team. The Titans have looked decent so far this year, so hopefully they can not necessarily finish games because they don't necessarily have a lead, but like when they're these tight games, they come out with a victory instead of the other team, I guess. Falcons versus the Broncos. The Falcons put up 500 passing yards on the Panthers. You're not going to do that against the Broncos. Aqib Talib's going to probably hold down Julio Jones. I don't think he's going to contain him, but it's a scary. That's such a scary defense that I think the Broncos win that game simply defense. I don't know if Trevor Siemian is playing. If he's not, then I don't think it's going to change my pick, but it's definitely going to maybe affect the outcome of the game a little more than if he's not playing. Okay, there you go. That made sense. Bengals versus the Cowboys. This is going to be a great game this week, I definitely feel. Bengals 2-2, don't want to drop below 500. Cowboys at 3-1. I was going to go with the Bengals, but I couldn't bring myself to go vote against the Dak attack and the leading rusher in the NFL, Ezekiel Elliott. I couldn't bring myself to vote against them. I mean, they just look so good this year. Even if I think Dez Bryant will play. But even if he doesn't, I still think they have a realistic chance to beat the Bengals. And the Bengals, the only reason I think the Bengals win this game is if A.J. Green can beat those young and inexperienced Cowboys secondary people. Because they are young and inexperienced. Or not necessarily inexperienced, not even necessarily young, just they're not the best at that position. Giants versus the Packers. I have the Packers winning that game. The Giants, coming off a loss to the Vikings last week on Monday Night Football. Packers, I think are just the better football team with Aaron Rodgers. Had a bye week last week. I think that'll be a pretty good game as well. As I don't necessarily trust the Packers in this game either, but I think they're going to win still. A lot of good games this week. A lot of good games. Bucks versus the Panthers. I think the Panthers have to get back on track here. If they don't, then they're probably off hopes. If they lose this game, 1-4, that's going to be tough to win. Because, I mean, what do you think? 9-6 is probably... No, 9-7. 10-6 will probably get you into the playoffs, but you don't know. I mean, that means you can only lose 2 more games if you lose this week. So, I think the Panthers do win this game. Buccaneers have not looked that impressive this year. Except for like in week 1 or whoever they won against. Jets versus the Steelers. Steelers absolutely dominated the Chiefs last week. The Jets lost to the... Yeah, you get a nice look at my neck. I can't find the Jets. They lost to the Seahawks last week. Sorry, I was looking at my week 4 recap sheet. Steelers are just going to win this game, I think, pretty easily. Bears versus the Colts. I do have the Colts in this game, 1-3 teams. I don't trust Brian Hoyer and the Bears. I know they won last week against the Lions, but I think the Colts, who have been close in pretty much every game they've played this year, are going to come out with the victory. Eagles versus the Lions. Once again, kind of like the Cowboys here. How do I go against them? Even though realistically, coming into this season, say like this was the first game of the season, I honestly probably would have picked the Lions, but the Eagles are just too good of a football team to not pick. The Texans versus the Vikings. The Vikings are also just such a talented defense with young secondary, young line. I mean, they're just a young defense they're ferocious. Big word there. Texans are okay. I keep saying but they beat the Titans last week, thanks to a Will Fuller punt return. I don't think they'll be able to do that against the Vikings. The Vikings win this one fairly simply. Easily. I don't know. Redskins versus the Raiders. No, Redskins versus the Ravens. Can't read my own handwriting. I have the Redskins winning this game. Redskins 2-2, Ravens 3-1. Again, if you watched one of my videos maybe like a week ago, I thought about the Ravens. Their 3 wins have not really come against... or their 3 wins have come against inferior opponents. And I don't feel like they've shown me enough to pick them here in a tight game. And the Redskins have won 2 straight, so they might keep that going. Chargers versus the Raiders. There we go. I have the Raiders 3-1. I was tempted to pick the Chargers here, as they probably should be 2-2, as they probably should have won the game last week. I'm not going to say anyone necessarily should have won the game, but if they don't fumble, they win that game. Simple truth. So I'll pick the Raiders there. Bills versus the Rams as the final game of the week. By the way, the Panthers-Bucks game is a Thursday night game. That one I think I'd thrown in the middle, but still. Bills versus the Rams. And I'm going to take the Bills here. 3-1 Rams versus, I believe, the 2-2 Bills, if that's correct. Yes, I still don't trust the Rams. If they win this week, then they may prove something to me, but I still am going to go with the Bills, especially because the Bills put a very impressive performance up last week, so hopefully they can keep that up. That's going to be it for the NFL predictions this week, as I just shoved the paper in the camera. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to comment your opinions if you disagree with me or if you agree with me on one of my picks. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you later.